Hey.
Barely slept last night. What's going on?
I don't know. I don't really have any good news, so I don't want to ruin your morning.
Well, you're gonna ruin my morning anyway if you're depressed, so why don't you just tell me what's going on? Maybe I can help.
It's Michael. He was attacked in prison, and Jason killed the guy.
When did you find out that Jason killed someone who attacked Michael?
Well, I went up to Pentonville yesterday. Talked to Jason about something else and to check on Michael. The warden came in with a guard to take Jason to solitary.
Did you see Michael?
Yeah. I mean, he was fine. But when I asked him what happened, he tried to give Jason an alibi. Said he was with him in his cell the entire time. So I talked to the warden and found out what really went down. I mean, the only good news is that the warden's allowed Jason to stay in Michael's cell for now.
Wow, I mean, this is crazy. I just didn't wrap my head around how tough prison would be for Michael.
Those guys are surrounded by dangerous people 24/7. I mean, that's another reason why we gotta do everything we can to get Michael out of there before something else happens.
Look, this is not your fault. You and I both know that you've done everything you can to help Michael.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter what my intentions were. Michael's still in there because of me. And he's already got a target on his back because of his last name. I mean, that kid has lived a pretty sheltered life up to this point. I don't even know if he knows how to protect himself.
At least he has Jason in there with him.
That's true, but now he's just going to see that killing is a necessity.
Which brings him further into the mob mentality.
Which is exactly what I'm trying to avoid. Every day he spends behind bars, he loses a part of himself, a part of his humanity. And I'm afraid by the time we get him out, there's not going to be a whole lot left.
It's not your fault that the judge is punishing Michael for everybody's mistakes. Jax is calling in favors. He has tons of connections.
Yeah, but every single one of those connections is too concerned about their own political future to bother with helping Michael. I mean, even that lawyer that I spoke to about the appeal for Michael's diminished capacity, I mean, that said it would take up to a year, at the very least.
Okay, but you're not helping Michael by beating yourself up about this. What's done is done. It's not your sole responsibility to get Michael out of prison.
Yeah, but at some point, you gotta stop relying on other people to get the job done. You gotta step up for yourself, and especially for your family.
Before you start, I just want you to know that I'm doing everything in my power to get Michael released, but there's no news to report right now. It's just going to take some time.
Time. Which is something Michael doesn't have a lot of.
Why? What's going on? Did something happen?
Yeah, you know, never mind. If I talk about it, it's just going to piss me off. I called you here about something else. You ever heard of a serial killer named Franco?
Yeah, of course, the artist. I'm familiar with the case. He staged murders for his artwork and then decided he had a taste for the real thing. But he vanished.
Yeah, not before he almost killed Lulu. This came in the mail. Take a look.
Have you confirmed this is from Franco?
No, not yet. It came in an unaddressed envelope, but it looks like the same art he had on display at the exhibit here in town. Not that you can call it art. I think this guy's just a sick freak.
Yeah, not exactly my cup of tea either.
Well, I went on his online catalog. I couldn't find this image anywhere, so maybe it's a new piece that hasn't been published yet.
That or a real crime scene? Do you think Franco's killed anyone?
I don't know. But either way, I don't want to wait for someone else to find out.
So you think Franco sent you this photo because you rescued Lulu? His last known intended victim?
I busted Franco a long time ago for vandalism. At the time, I thought he was just a random street punk, but now I have reason to believe that he had already committed at least one murder.
The one that got away, huh?
I could have saved a lot of lives if I put it together a lot sooner, but I had no idea the guy was going to turn out to be such a whack job.
I'm going to take this with me. I'm going to put my resources to work. match it to some crime scenes, maybe some examples of Franco's work. You never know. You may just give me the opportunity to finally bust this guy.
That'll take your attention away from Michael's case.
No, it won't. I never said I would stop working to get Michael released. We both know this is not going to be a quick fix. It's going to be a process, and we're going to have to be patient.
I understand you're pretty popular. 2 visitors today already.
Yeah, my dad and Sam. Well, Sam came to see Jason, but he can't see visitors, so she was stuck with me.
Dante told me that there was some drama last night. Are you okay?
What did Dante say?
That somebody came after you and Jason took care of it, which is probably why he can't have visitors, right?
Pretty much.
Okay, I know that you probably have very mixed feelings about Dante, right? And what he's done. But you should know that he is doing everything he can to get you out of here. And now that Jason has killed someone to protect you, I honestly don't know what he's gonna do now.
Do any attorneys in this town follow proper courtroom procedure? I'm tired of having to call you 2 in here. It's embarrassing. And if it continues, I will declare a mistrial. That's a bad time, Detective.
Your Honor,
When I say bad time, that means you stop talking. You got it? Now, this is your final warning. You pull any more of that nonsense, and I will refer both of you to the state bar. Now, get out of my sight. Ever since that damn Corinthos trial, every attorney in this town thinks they can pull any crap they want in my courtroom.
I'm sorry to hear about that. That's actually why I'm here. It's about my brother Michael.
You've never told me what you think of this whole situation, so I don't know if you blame Dante or not. But I have never seen him this upset. I honestly don't know what he's gonna do next.
You're asking me to tell Dante I don't need his help to get me out of here.
No, I am here so that you understand how hard Dante is fighting for you. He honestly cares about you. He sees this whole thing as a failure of the system that he has built his entire career around. And now he's questioning everything that he believes in, to the point he might even be thinking of giving up his badge.
I'm asking you to reconsider Michael's sentence.
We've been over this. I gave Michael a punishment I saw fit. And honestly, the fact that you're here again trying to change my mind shows me that you don't respect my decision or my authority.
You sent Michael to prison to teach him a lesson. I guarantee you he is not getting the one you were hoping for. He was just assaulted in his cell.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's beyond my control.
Look, the assailant is dead. And there's no proof of it, but it looks like Jason Morgan killed him, and I'm grateful. I know Michael is too. Your Honor, I know this is not what you wanted for Michael. He was a victim of circumstances and of the adults in his life. The real justice right here would be to let Michael go.